We moved in April, and it wasn't until about 6 months later when we needed to have heat that we started realizing the heating system didn't work.
You have problems here. When I see that return at the front of the house, you might as well take a return pipe and stick it outside.
I have a warranty, and you've said it was a warranted issue, and there's a problem, and we're pointing out, we're proving to you there's a problem. You're saying the onus is on us. We're proved it's a problem. What else do you want from us?
More holes, more damage, more holes, more damage, more holes, more damage.
Every government, every system that's in place to help a homeowner has failed us.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, baby.
But if you're going to do it right the first time.
Let's get rid of it.
You do this to a family. Look at the nest. They got a nest of them. Unbelievable. On the money.
T3.
My hero!
Perfect.
Thank you, guys.
You like it?
Oh, do I ever?
Christine and Richard have had this dream home that they've worked on for an awful long time till it became a reality about 7 years ago.
Yeah, we were pretty pumped. We were looking for a perfect house, and we wanted to design a little bit of ourselves, and we wanted a builder that would do a beautiful job for us, and we ended up with a 6-year nightmare instead.
Hello.
Hi, Mike.
Christine.
Glad
Richard.
to see you.
Oh, pleased to see you.
Pleased to see you. What a nice house.
Thank you.
I have to say that.
Don't be deceived by the outside. When we looked at the plans from the builder, we asked him, can we make changes? And he was very receptive to that idea and thought it would be fantastic that, he was excited. Obviously, he's going to make money from that. So he said, sure, what do you want to do?
You've got a great design here. I heard you made some changes, added some windows. Did you make it bigger?
We said, well, we want to move this wall. We want to add more windows. We want, can we make the ceiling smooth? Can we open the staircase? Can we, and he was like, perfect, sure, go ahead.
We have a problem not with structure, not with plumbing, not with electrical, with heating and air conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fascinated by the building process. I mean, I really enjoyed watching it getting built. And I saw the heating and air conditioning system getting put in, and the builder was explaining to us that it was a new advanced system.
He was very excited because it meant that we were going to have no bulkheads. And we said, great, that means it's more open, and so that was all we knew about it till we moved in and started operating it and realized it didn't work.
Now, the system that they put in here is a high velocity,
Yes.
2-inch line, right? It's 2-inch duct line throughout the house. It's an insulated line, but it's done with hot water. So they're trying to be more energy efficient by using a hot water tank, supplying the hot water to the house, and with a forced air unit, blowing air over hot piping to heat your home.
We were experimenting ourselves to try and get this thing adjusted for most of the winter, and it was getting so cold.
And there's no moisture in the air. The humidifier doesn't work. There's one attached there, but it doesn't create moisture.
Oh, and there's an air filter inline air filter in the system too. And we've got cats that create all kinds of little hairs in the air. We've never seen a hair in their filter. We've never seen a speck of dust. We've got the same filter that we had 6 years ago. It's never got dirty. It works a little bit. You can hear it. I mean, you always hear it. It's always on.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you do?
Well, we met with the builder in September 2002. He said he would look into it. He promised to come back and check the insulation in the attic, check the air conditioners, and we never saw him again. He left. So we had to write to the warranty program, and we said, look, we've got a problem. There was a few other deficiencies that were still outstanding that they hadn't fixed, and so we had what they call a conciliation meeting. So instantly the warranty program said, oh, the onus is on you to prove there's a problem. The onus was on us to prove there was a problem. Welcome to the warranty program.
And we've been proving there's a problem over and over and over again. They just won't take the evidence.
So we have spent, I couldn't even tell you, a couple days a week for the last 4 years, 3 years, whatever it's been, and numerous meetings. I have thousands of emails, thousands of them.
We have how many reports? Engineering reports and test reports? About 15 different ones.
How many boxes are sitting there?
12.
The files, boxes of files I've never seen before, documented on this, and I keep saying this, document it, take pictures. What I see,
Yes.
you have documented everything and yet still lost.
Yeah.
We've turned to the town planning office, we've turned to the manufacturer, the distributor, the builder, the local government representative. We've been everywhere.
Can I see your furnace?
Sure.
Please.
Come on. They decided at some point to put a new hot water tank in to try and fix the system, to give us more heat. Because it's a combo system, so the hot water is what supplies the heat to the system. It runs over a coil, and that makes the heat come out of the outlets. This is our new hot water tank that they installed.
Did that fit through the door?
No, they took the frame out, they took the doors off the hinges. So the original tank that was put in here only went to 140 degrees, which is domestic hot water temperature. So they thought they'd try and give us a new tank, which goes to 180 degrees. So we have a commercial-sized tank downstairs that goes to 180 degrees, and they thought they'd try that to fix the system. Well, they had to take the... Go ahead.
Didn't make a difference. did it?
I did notice a hole here.
That's probably one of the
Test probes.
15 different tests that have ever been done in here.
Test? So you had somebody come in and monitor the system?
Oh, yeah.
This is a monitor, this thing. This is a temperature logger that was provided by a government agency for up to us to prove empirically that the thing can't keep up.
To do this test, we set the thermostat at 24 Celsius, and it had to stay at 24 Celsius steady, so no shut down at nighttime when you go to bed, whatever, none of that. So the thermostat was left at 24 for a month.
Did you get it to 24?
Oh, no. We got 24 on one floor, and we got 14.7 in one bedroom.
That's just one of the bedrooms. There's other bedrooms and rooms as well that it was measuring, and the temperature went way below what code will allow.
Let me guess, that's over the garage.
The two bedrooms, both of them.
Surprise.
Yeah. The garage ceiling needed to be opened because there's a return valve in the garage ceiling. So the idea was to close that off, and that would create more pull for the air returns from the upper floor down to the basement.
You know what? More than likely, you could probably hire lawyers galore and sue the world, right? You can go after everyone.
Yeah.
I
We
think
shouldn't have to
bottom
do that.
line, no, you should not have to. But I think bottom line, you're going to end up losing anyways. Why? You've already lost out of pocket. You've lost all the time that you put into this. How much money are you going to spend battling big people with big lawyers with big pockets?
You're taught that, if you put that effort in, eventually somebody will help you. Eventually something will change, and eventually something will happen. Nothing's ever happened.
I think what I need to do more than anything is first investigate, check out the system. Once I've opened up everything, I can see how it's been run. I don't want to knock the system, but obviously what they've done here is not working, and we'll find out why.
Why does it have to be Mike Holmes that fixes this stuff over and over again? Why can't the system get fixed? Not the HVAC system. I mean the bureaucracy and the rules and the regulations. They're all put in place to not help the homeowner. Why is it only Mike Holmes that fixes this stuff?
People start to do the math, and they figure out, wow, this is going to be how much money to fix?
The basic story is every time you add an entity that's supposed to help you, you end up creating more groups that will pass the buck amongst each other and bigger problems.
One of those days, we take up the whole street with all our vehicles. In comes the moving truck, in comes the drywall truck. Now, the idea with the drywall, not only is this a new type of drywall that we're actually going to use to fix anything we pull down, it's mold resistant, water resistant, and something different I wanted to try. So that pleases me that we have a better product, but at the same token, we're going to use it to protect all the floors. You want our help, or do you prefer to do it yourself?
We're probably better off
Doing it yourself?
doing it ourselves,
Yeah.
only for liability, and as well as, we're comfortable working together.
Thank you. Personally, I would like to be in extreme control of how we open this house, and that's first and foremost, move them out. Second, protect this house to the extreme. In order, let's just sweep the floor with a soft broom, make sure it's nice and clean, lay down 6mm plastic.
Okay.
We use the green tape to tape from the plastic to the baseboard at the bottom.
We'll tuck tape the seams on the plastic too, I'm taking, just to add extra protection.
The more we do it to this whole place, that means protecting all the cupboards, all the blinds, wrapping them in, all windows in place, actually taping plastic up to the inside of the jamb all the way around, closing all the windows. The more we keep this clean and comfortable, the easier it's going to be at the end of this job, rather than having to fix windows, fix anything, clean up a huge mess. Now, our measurements should be fairly the same, so we'd have two guys cutting, 2 guys laying. We should do this like clockwork. Okay. Absolute clockwork.
This home was significantly modified from the original plans. And in this home in particular, it faces west and south, and a lot of west and south windows were added. When you add west and south windows, for sure you're going to up your air conditioning load. And that was not reflected in the HVAC design. And the owner went and paid money to have the plans modified,
Right.
but nobody went back and modified the HVAC design. This system is too small from a heating point of view, from an airflow point of view, and from an air conditioning point of view. It's just too small.
Agreed.
Yeah.
You took a look at it yourself.
yes.
We came in and did some CFM tests ourselves.
Okay.
We also looked at the readings that the previous guys have done. They're all over the charts.
The stuff wasn't done right in the floors and the walls. To fix that, at a certain point, you've got to take it out. I mean, in ductwork, size does matter.
Ah, that's funny. I like that. We're gonna lose the ceiling in here, but first I need you to protect as much as possible. The carpet on here, move the stuff that's over there, protect everything that's over there. This whole ceiling comes down. We're gonna need to open that bulkhead one way or the other. You can leave the underside, because that's probably the easiest at this point. Open this side. Time to get it down. You have 3 hours.
Be done in a half hour.
Wrap it, protect it, take it down.
Take this, Mike Holmes.
So we need to drain it.
Yep.
We need to disconnect it. How do you like the plumbing?
It's
You don't do
it's
that.
It's a nice spider web, honestly.
You don't do that.
I know. I do it better.
I know you do, and I like that. Who the hell put up this door? Oh, it's okay, because the laundry room's on the second floor, right? We know doors that lead to a furnace room are at a minimum 32 inches. So they have a booster pump, that's this?
They got a booster pump to deliver or to provide more hot water into this unit, in the hopes of obviously providing more heat into the house, right? It constantly heats up that volume of water, right, to maintain the temperature. So it's there's a lot of money wasted here. A lot of money wasted.
No doubt in my mind. Let's get it out of here. I'm gonna get the guys to start opening it up, and we'll just work together.
All right.
I want you to open up the face of it so we can see.
Okay.
Open it up.
Follow the channel.
I'm gonna assume it comes across here, runs this way. Let's get our clean air system running. Let's get it ducted outside. Wherever you're cutting, I want that machine to follow you, okay?
No problem. This is the typical thing of trying to figure out what the previous guy was doing. It's always almost impossible. So we thought, first of all, it was going straight out that way, then that way. We changed it to this way, and now it's going back that way again. So it's like chasing a rabbit. You don't know which way it's gonna turn.
This is the air conditioning coil. Earlier we were in and we recovered the freon from the unit. So we just cut the lines out, disconnected the AC coil. Now we're gonna be removing the furnace and take out some of the ductwork.
We built you a good home. Don't complain. Well, you had a reason to complain. Proof's in the pudding. It's not working the way it's supposed to.
No, we're gonna hurt ourselves.
Okay.
There we go. It's almost halfway through.
Okay.
Thank you.
Coffee break? I want to bring you in to show you what we've done, what we've damaged.
What's the furnace room?
This is different.
We did take the framing out to take out the humongous hot water tank heater thing that they put over there. So we pulled all this out. We found leaks on the line, and as it went up, we did the same tests, and we found within the whole house a wide variety of airflow per vent or per outlet. We do know why your air conditioner went, because it's a 3-ton unit. They put in a 5-ton cooling coil, which is an absolute no, and that just really smothered your air conditioner and burnt it out. Oh, we pulled all this down, right? We're tracking everywhere, and we know that we're looking for the trunks, we're looking for the return, we're looking for what they did to come back to fix it and what they originally ran. More holes, more damage, more holes, more damage, more holes, more damage.
We never finished the house entirely. We painted and stuff, but in the back of my mind, I always knew that this was going to have to happen to get it fixed.
I've opened up this area. Who picked the manufacturer floor joist? Was that you? Builder. Okay. Another plus to the builder. The builder had everything I'm looking at, I'm going better. It's plywood floors, it's not even OSB. So whoever this builder is, I like him. Yeah. But let me tell you why your system is failing. Let's go into the garage. Within your ceiling, we have a cold air return hard duct here, and we have a cold air return right in the corner.
That goes down by the front door.
That's the damper.
Okay.
First and foremost, we do not want to put in an air return in your garage. We do not want to put in hot air. If they put in hot air, they have to pull it out again, right? Why do they do this? Because the #1 complaint in all the brand new homes on the market today is my room above the garage is freezing.
Right.
Here's the ceiling that's brought down below your floor joist up there. So we have approximately a 2-foot void. Yeah. That's the coldest zone of your home right there. That air return is pulling freezing cold air in. Now, minimum code says that's incorrect, Mr. Holmes, because we put in 2 hot lines. Do you think those 2 lines are gonna heat this up? When that is the coldest, and I'll show you, underneath that beam, where your roof ties in over like this, that's not protected. They actually insulated down to the beam and then tried to insulate on the other side. There's no vapor barrier there. So that return is now, you might as well put a return pipe outside in the middle of winter pulling in cold air.
After opening the wall 6 times, I guess they've straightened a few of the problems out, but they never really addressed the whole problem.
I see enough that says, I know why this isn't working. Thermal break that room over the garage. Think of a cooler. That room will now become the same temperature as the rest of the houses. Introduce a better system on such a big, elaborate home, and it's not that big, but it's big enough in open space concept that we need to control the floors differently. Balancing. Let's say we put a thermostat on every floor of your house, and it gives demand to that area as to what it wants.
Wow.
Heat or cold. That's what we're putting in.
There's millions of dollars of problems being created every damn month. They're making more of these things like this. It's like, why can't they just get it right the first time?
When I'm done, you'll be comfortable, it'll be clean again, we'll move you back in.
Excellent.
Great.
This is simple, and amazing how many people found it.
And then to mash up such a really nice house just for one little tiny mistake.
Yeah.
And to mash up our lives for 6 years because they couldn't figure it out. Ay, ay, ay.
They used some duct tape here, nice. Stuff's for patching your shoes. It's actually not for dust. You'd at least want to use the silver stuff anyway. This stuff just dries up and peels right off.
But they just cut this and added one in? Why the hell did they cut that?
Who knows? They probably couldn't get to it, they made a mistake, whatever.
There's heat loss. Everything I'm seeing, I'm starting to see heat loss everywhere.
But they didn't seal it, they just left it like that. They figured the insulation would hide it and nobody sees nothing.
We did.
We installed our saddles off the pipe. You know, you may notice some of them are 3-inch or 4-inch, and they're at a 45 degree, compared to the older system where they were using a T. This way we're gonna get better airflow through these 45 saddles. We're going with the direction of the airflow. And the reason why we're running some 3s and some 4s is on the old system, they were using a 2-inch pipe. And in some bedrooms, they had 3 vent outlets. We're actually bringing that down to only 2 vent outlets by using a 4-inch. So for every 2 of their 2-inch, we can run 1 4-inch and have the same amount of airflow. And our style will be a 4x10, so it'll basically look like a 4-stair system. not the small little grills that they normally use in the high velocity systems. As you can see on this run here, it's a shorter distance, meaning from this takeoff to the boot. What we're doing is we're putting an S-curve in the flex pipe because we want to control the amount of air that's going to this floor register. The ones on the other side, because they're such a long distance, they're about a 20-foot piece of flex, we can just cut them off and connect them right to the saddle. So because we're closer, you know, you'll put an extra length of flex on, probably 6 feet, 7 feet, and that will slow it down once you put that S into it.
We're all the elves working together.
You take a look at all this ductwork. Kind of big, isn't it? That's a 12-inch run. We're making better airflow. The design of it really restricted me on how we could run it. I have structure here. I have 3 beams that carry load right across up the upper part of the house. These 3 right here. Problem being is, when they installed the other system, which I'll show you from the garage, they had cut out structure which affected 2 of them to run their ductwork in the wall. Here we are on the other side. Those 3 vertical beams that I talked about, 1, 2, 3, they carry that structure load that's on the top. Now, it would have been okay as long as this rim joist on the outside carried that load. This is the weight load right here, brought down on a simple rim board that's been all cut out, hoping to be carried by the 1 floor joist. Because they cut this out, we don't have any structure here. We have 1 manufactured floor joist, which will carry 1 of these studs. This is not displaced enough to carry that load. Anyone looks at that and they're gonna, especially building inspectors, and they're gonna actually have a fit. This is the single beam right now that's holding the structure. They put in a 2x6 as a tiny squash block, and a squash block is to carry structure load from point A to point B, which is the foundation wall and the top of the floor. Point load of structure goes down to foundation, or a steel post or a steel beam, point loads. As it's carried from the footings to the foundation to structure load that goes up and carries the 2nd floor on a beam, that carried the 2nd floor, that big staircase opening that you saw, the vaulting in the front entrance, that's what it's carrying is the floor. If they tamper with structure and they didn't carry all 3 point loads right down to structure, we're now asking the structure to be held up by 1. We can just do vertical 2x4s on this side, vertical 2x4s on this side, and help carry that load from here down. Now, pot lights is a major issue here. Obviously, I'm going to be doing repairs to the bulkhead and creating a new bulkhead. This one is definitely in my way. This one, we got to move the smoke detector, and you know, what's the smartest on the smoke detector? Is it out this way? This is being bulked down across.
Smoke likes to rise along walls, so I like keeping it closer to a wall if I can.
All right.
Rather than trying to make it look pleasing to the eye.
Okay, so you can pick anywhere in there. We'll get it framed. You bring it down. Here's the real mess. I have to. This is what we get for ripping a house apart, pulling out the old system and putting in a new one. It changes the whole design of the house.
Oh yeah. I'm not leaving them like that. It's not. No box. Every electrical connection must be in a box. So that's lost. That's lost. These are those do-it-yourself kits you get from the big box stores. Not to be saved. Garbage.
Do you have to take it out now? Welcome to my world.
Oh, thank you. I thought I was going to be here for like an hour or so. Thank you for ruining my day.
So we have a
standard minimal code bay where we had all the lines. They have plastic right against the wood and then bad insulation on plastic again, so I'm a little,
We'll take the poly down just so we got good adhesion to the wall, no air spaces, and then we'll just spray that.
Okay.
Put our 20 in there.
Okay, fabulous. So then I'll just put in some bad insulation on the other side and not worry about a vapor barrier. But then again, we're not being a continuous on the vapor, right?
Oh, we can spray the inside as well. Run through both sides.
Actually, that's not gonna hurt. I don't, since we're open, why not? So they had the air insulation here, the vapor barrier, and did not continue that flow up there. So we're gonna need to butter that area right up.
Okay, we'll do that.
So we have another zone here, and I think what we'll do is just leave the vapor barrier there and fill that zone.
Okay.
So just go ahead, hit it, hit it, hit it. I'll drywall it in. What I care about is
Up there. So basically, if it's up there, just spray the underside of the floor. We'll spray foam the ductwork.
Okay, so you're not gonna try and do a bat wrap and spray that and keep it on the warm side, you're just gonna spray independent?
I'm gonna spray it independent. It's dropped too far down.
Okay, we spray it, we keep it warm, it doesn't matter.
For sure. Same with the cold air return. You gotta insulate. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, it's colder air, but you don't want it freezing cold.
Their cold air return was at the front of the house.
Yeah, good software, eh?
Yeah, it was pulling all, you might as well just run it right outside, right? And run it over the furnace and try and blow hot air.
Oh man, sometimes I wonder.
Right there.
There's two of them in this room.
We have two in this room. They have a junction on the gas line, correct?
Yep.
And we are not allowed a junction on a gas line. Logic tells me that that's a possible area for it to leak into the house that creates a bomb.
Yeah.
Katie is just finishing the sound insulation because one thing I loved that the homeowners did was they did all their own soundproofing.
Oh, okay.
So we'll get this back up again. We went new because the crap that came down, unfortunately, is dirty and broke up in pieces. So if you can do me a favor, we cut this nice and square for you, drywall this, get it ready for plaster. Monday, I have you guys back with Saul. He's gonna start the plastering to whatever you drywalled. So if this is done, the garage is done, boom. The reason it's blue, it's a new product. It's not water resistant drywall, it's water resistant and mold resistant. Very good, guys. Are we trying to vault back up here?
No, I'm tying back in. We're gonna actually come across now.
I like the way you think.
Yeah.
All right then.
Doesn't make much sense in this one area, right?
No.
We're gonna keep filling this in here. Like I have another plate coming down here because
Okay.
it's more than a 2-foot span, so I have to add these everywhere.
Okay, and you're working in conjunction with the bros because we know that they have to continue to run their boots.
I do see where their boots are, Mike, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add framing to it after.
All right, I think he's gonna be very happy.
Yeah.
Because I think the idea is to come down in between the two windows so it fires off on both angles.
Yep.
This one is gonna come down in this area.
Yep.
Covering this window, the door, awesome. Good. That's what I want to see. Structure. Just lots of structure.
Careful, Adam built that one, eh? We're not.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Chris,
Hey, Mike.
I thought I called you in for an easy one. What the hell's going on here?
It's never easy, is it?
It doesn't look it now.
No. Even though it's one little hole, you can see this piece of wood runs the whole length, so it has to come out. And then the adjacent one also has to come out because we're cutting into here.
Right.
And because it's against the wall, there's no way you can rip these ones out without ripping these ones out.
How about the other side? More simple?
The other side's a bit easier. It's just one piece that we have to cut out.
Uh-huh.
And hopefully, it's over a little bit of a hump. So what I'm hoping is just to cut it out at one equal size and just glue it back into place.
And you'll just cut the bottom lip of the groove off, right?
And then you glue it all the way around.
Right.
Down to the bottom, and you should.
I have no issues with that.
The tension holds it in place until the glue dries.
Okay.
And we're using a floating floor adhesive that doesn't become like rock hard. It's pliable after it's.
So it's flexible.
Yeah.
Interesting. That looks a little different.
It's just because you have so much sunlight here. You have the UV rays.
That's natural for it, the yellow?
Natural. That's the actual the finish. It's not the actual wood that does that.
It's the finish.
It's the finish. Yeah.
Okay, I accept.
Perfectly normal. This is what's called a 3-zone system, air handler. You can see the zones that are written here, zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. As you see on the pipes, 1, 2, 3. Basically what's happening is if they're calling for zone 1, okay? They want to have basically more heat coming out of this zone here. These 2 dampers will close up automatically and throw more heat into this zone. Okay, back down. Yeah, it's the first one of the day. There's a lot of prepping involved. Takes time, you know, we have to insulate, seal it, make sure it's airtight. But we got one done. Hopefully we'll get them all done today, so we can tie in the rest of the system, so we can move on to our next job.
Every time I go somewhere, it's not just one thing, it's 100 things. Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it. The homeowner was curious. She came in yesterday and she was like, oh my God, can't you get more height out of this? Okay. Can I get more height out of this? Come here. Look at this. These pipes come out of that wall. We are tight. We have designed this to be right to it with insulation. This wasn't easy. Build it all with the other return and make sure that we have all the proper supplies and return air system. So all we end up getting on this side is this one little area. Now, do I vault this up? Do I try and make some sort of look here? It's not gonna look right. It is what it is. It's gonna look good, that I know. It's gonna be fine. It's the world of contracting and dealing with homeowners that are a little more particular than others. And I don't wanna knock them because I want them to be particular, but they also must be educated. You can't have your cake and eat it too. That's the problem. You can't. What a unique system, look at this.
Yeah. It performs 2 functions for us. It's a closed loop boiler heating system as well as on-demand.
And it separates it, it's not together. It separates, it
yes.
fires different temperature for the furnace as well as separate temperature for the, well, I don't want to say the holding tank, but for the domestic.
For the domestic water supply.
This is just the big extra that gives extra for the big tubs and the big taps that people have nowadays.
By installing this, we're simply going over the minimum code. We pretty much want to be on the safe side and you know, just like we always do.
The better the drywall job is, the better the taping job will be. Miracles are hard to make, right? I mean, if I've seen a lot of drywall jobs that are terrible, and then you know, it takes a long time to fix them. So I'm always looking forward for a nice drywall job, and this guy's a donkey, very, very good. So it's going to be a lot easier for me to finish it.
We use a brazing rod on this copper for refrigeration. Because you got higher pressures in this copper line than in a water line, this is just gonna give you like a stronger hold.
We have a vent scar in the old carpet. So what we've done is we've put a wood plug in, put a new pad in. We're gonna cut a new square piece of carpet and put her in. Sometimes you're gonna see the piece just from the wear of the carpet and from the sun bleaching it out a bit. So there are pros and cons to everything, but it saves you a lot of money. You don't have a complete job to replace. I'm just making sure that the pile direction's going the same way. It will actually look like a different colored carpet if it's not going in the same direction. So we cut a piece of seaming tape big enough to go up underneath. The iron's probably about 600-700 degrees right now. Melt the tape. that's it done.
Ideally, we would have an extension ladder, probably a 28 footer, and we could extend it to the top, which would have been great. But fortunately, these walls have already been painted and we're going the exact same color. So my line doesn't have to be perfect. If I'm an 1/8 of an inch away, the cut line will look fine. Previous painter has already drawn the line on these walls. All I want to do is make sure it looks uniform, so the brush strokes blend in with the roller strokes. So I'm putting lots of paint on, getting a nice fat cut line. It'll be easy to roll into, and you'll never know that last 1/8 of the inch hasn't been brushed.
Well, what we're doing here, me and Lance, we're hooking up the furnace. So what we gotta do is bring power to the furnace and jump power out for the air cleaner. So when you turn the power off to the furnace, you'll be turning off power to the air cleaner as well. It's a safety thing. If for some reason the panel's locked or something like that, you can't turn off the breaker. Just hit the switch and kills power to everything here.
Okay, Joe, you're good?
I'm good.
Okay.
This is the new system with the new loop that we installed for the air handler. We've added additional shut-off valves for future maintenance that would allow us to drain the boiler if it needs to be serviced, isolate the loop as well as the rest of the system if any work needs to be done. So it's sort of a bulletproof system. One last thing that needs to be done is a gas needs to be hooked up, as well as the electrical, and then it's just a matter of testing it, and it will be all done.
So we're checking for cubic feet per minute. What did Steve say we're looking for?
He's saying anywhere between 50 and 45 for these are good. What you're gonna notice with this is you'll have a little bit less air volume, but you'll have higher temperatures. So it won't be like your standard forced air furnace where it's gonna come out a lot of air at a lower temperature.
Right, because standard forced air is going to be 280.
Yep.
And yet we're looking for 50.
Yep.
And the system is way quieter.
Quieter, you don't even hear it.
100 degrees.
100 degrees. Actually, and rising.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now this is a different zone.
Yep.
Considering this is not the farthest run, but because they're separately zoned, that means independent ductwork per area is going to really help keep that proper CFM flow. So we're on the second floor above the furnace, and we have matched the first floor.
Yep.
Happy days.
Trick or treat.
Welcome to my home.
Wow. It's
Did you notice something a little different in here?
That's my fish.
it's warm. That was
It's
the
actually
first
warm.
thing.
I mean, coming in, we did the old, what I call, wrap completely. We protected your house, the drywall on the floor, plastic underneath the drywall over and over again. No matter how much we protected, we're still gonna make a mess. And a mess we made. This was opened up and then continued to open up, continued to open up.
We found cracks in the pipes, holes, kinked lines. The house was a great build. One simple problem, one massive repair.
The heat, now I can hear it.
I can hear it.
What we're hearing more than anything is the furnace room underneath, and it's
Right.
actually coming through the air return because it's
Okay.
so close to the furnace.
Nothing like the sound of the last one.
No. By increasing each and every boot size where the register comes out of the floor to a regular 3x10 or a 4x10 helps displace that airflow. At the end of it, we did our tests, and our tests showed that we were getting exactly what was supposed to come out of each register. We actually got 54 to 56 CFMs,
At each outlet.
each outlet,
Wow.
with about 100 to 104 degree temperature coming out, which is the total difference between a forced air unit and this unit. We're actually lower CFMs, higher than the ones you had before, lower CFMs with a higher temperature.
I had to bring in electricians, plumbers, to install an incredible system, not to mention move lines, move lights. I had to bring in painters, movers.
When that ductwork's up, I'm sure the first thoughts through your head was, oh my God, you're
Big
killing me.
silver massive
It was massive, wasn't
Yes.
it? And even in the other room where I built the bulkhead over top and then dropped that bulkhead vertically down, it doesn't look bad. It actually goes. We're gonna have bulkheads when it comes to ductwork, period.
Drywall, tapers, mud, gas line, you name it, everyone I know was in on this job. So from a heating job to a massive, massive fix. This was exactly what I expected, an absolute massive job. It was not small in any which way or form. And the first quotes that you got was around $90,000 per, correct? And that was 2 other quotes.
Yes.
We've done more than $100,000 worth of work in here.
Well, look what was involved to fix it properly. And I think that people knew that. The people involved, the skilled people, the professionals, they knew. That means opening every wall, like Mike said, opening ceilings, ripping out drywall, coordinating 40 people to come in, and who wanted to pay for that? Nobody.
In the garage, I brought in Alex, who spray foamed in what I call a thermal break. Did that whole ceiling zone after all our new pipes are installed and kept that all underneath. We fixed structure once I opened up a wall and saw point loads that were missing.
If we had to coordinate all these people ourselves and try and get a plumber in here to come in, work till 11 o'clock at night and try to get HVAC team to work all weekend, and we wouldn't have been able to do it. How would we even coordinate? How do you even begin to coordinate something like that?
How do you find the kind of people that are willing to do that kind of stuff? You've got to find somebody that's really proud of what they do and they want to make it right.
Yeah.
You can't see that on somebody's face. You've got to actually experience it, and it's just awe-inspiring to see what these guys have done. Every last one of them has just stepped up. I mean, I'm stuck for words.
Lowered the ceiling in this bathroom, same as the one upstairs. We did had to remove your exhaust fan.
There's heat coming out
Yeah.
the outlet.
But to be honest with you, your exhaust fan didn't work anyway, so...
It wasn't working in here?
God, no.
If the engineers had designed the house properly, if the municipality had, done their inspections properly, if the guys that put the stuff in had done it properly, we wouldn't have been here today.
We had to lower the ceiling in your office. And believe me, I did not want to do it. I'm a big vaulted ceiling fan. I love it. But looking at this, re-coordinating your lights, your registers, a proper supply to or entry to your shut-off tap, your gas lines, which by the way, we fixed your gas lines. We fixed electrical in this house. We fixed plumbing in this house. We fixed structure in this house. I think we fixed everything in this house. We do have the bulkhead in your room here. And in a way, it works for me. The ceiling height is still well over 7 feet. We've kept your height in here that we're lucky to get.
And homeowners, when you live in this, you live it, you breathe it, you eat it, you sleep it, and it consumes you. And you try not to. You try to keep it in perspective. But when you're in your house and you're not comfortable, and you question the air you're breathing and it's freezing or it's too hot or it's too cold, or you can't ever get away from it.
This is your 3 zoning system, okay? Every single line is insulated, taped, wrapped, airtight. This actually runs on low. It doesn't go directly to high. Only if it requires it. It's got its own little brain in that frickin' thing right there that says, all right, I'm gonna turn it up because we need more demand. But even on high, you didn't hear it.
No,
right?
that was high?
Yeah.
Wow.
You have a HEPA filter system on top of a filter system. It is important to us to make sure that all the air you breathe in your home is clean air.
So the wall-hung boiler feeds the air handler? Or does it go into here first?
It diverts it. So we split, half goes to the air handler, the other half goes through the domestic. So we separate that water and they never touch each other, which is great. We don't want that when it comes to domestic. Supply tank allows the supply of more water with a pump system to circulate it to keep it at that temperature to be more efficient and fire it through the house when you need it.
Everybody Mike Holmes touches has changed in some way. And between him and the team that are around him, he's inspired us to keep on fighting, but in a different way.
Yeah.
And I think there's a message inside Mike Holmes that everybody ought to hear.
Oh, this humidifier here, state of the art.
This humidifier.
State of the art. All set, everything's calculated. Yes, you have your summer, your winter dial right there. Okay, so that one you don't even have to read
I can figure that one out.
Okay.
This is the best you can have. All the draining system that ties on the floor. And
look at this.
We even got you, as far as I'm concerned, the best air conditioning unit on the market. It is outside, it is big, it is beautiful, and it will give you everything you need.
It's just incredible. Just incredible. Yeah, we get our life back, basically. That's the message. And unfortunately, you guys you can't help everybody. So it's up to us to send messages to let the rest of the world, he's getting all choked up, see?
I thank you.
Thank you very much, Mike.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
How are we going to thank you? But
You need anything, call me. Other than that, enjoy it. Let's get the furniture back in. And
Thank
you, my dear,
Thank you very much.
you keep
Appreciate it.
smiling.
Thanks.
Thank you.
It's true, right?
yeah.
That's all. You can send the message and hope that people learn from what you've done, learn from your nightmare.
It's a shame that so many more people will have to go through what we've been through, but it won't be forever. Someday it'll get fixed.
Whatever, yeah, the system will get fixed.
One day.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't have said that a month ago.
No.
Before you came, we wouldn't have believed it.
No. Thank you, guys. What's against that wall over there? TV goes on top of the fireplace mantle, which no longer exists. Who's qualified? Master bedroom, please. That's the cat's scratchy chair. That's why it's all trashed.
Simple brick fix, right? No.
It's not getting any better, it's just getting worse.
It's falling apart. It's deteriorating.
Things just start to back up and build up.
And in come Mother Nature with carpenter ants, mice.
There's kind of a breaking point where you say, I can't do anymore. In the time allotted, I can't do anymore.
I'm surprised it's not growing fur.
10 years, and I think we need to start living in this house.
The bricks, that's nothing. Nice. Awesome. Yeah, baby. But if you're going to do it right the first time. Let's get rid of it. How do you do this to a family? Look at the nest. They got a nest in them. Unbelievable. On the money. 2, 3.
My hero!
Perfect.
Thank you, guys.
You like it?
Oh, do I ever?
In 1996, I was in an accident. It was January, I think, 96. And my back was pretty shot after that.
The insurance company, when he first got hurt, was measuring the house for wheelchair ramps, so we knew we had to move into a bungalow.
Val and Dave, they bought this house around 10 years ago. It's on a 1-acre lot, really nice, bungalow. I love bungalows. I mean, talk about environmentally friendly, energy efficient. You can't get a better home than a bungalow.
We got a home inspector, and he did the home inspection, and he told us everything was fine. He took our check, and he was very happy with that.
Val?
How are you?
Dave, nice to see you again.
Nice.
Well, come on out. Let's take a look at this brick.
When we first came and looked at the house, it was March or snow, okay? So we didn't see the bottom rows of brick.
Brick. What's the problem? It's falling apart. It's deteriorating.
After the deal went through, we started seeing the brick kind of flaking.
And it's falling apart, literally. Like, you're vertical everywhere here.
Every winter since then, I guess because of snow against it, water being absorbed by these poor bricks, more flakes off until you see the holes.
That's not good. Not when I can take my finger and do that. I've seen this before where bricks have fallen apart due to weather, and mainly because moisture's getting in the brick. We are cold here in the winter. It freezes, boom. What happens when it freezes? It expands. You were going to put in new windows, is that correct? Well, I'm glad you waited because obviously you got to do the brick first. They wanted to get new windows in the front, but they can't do that because of the brick. So they put spray foam everywhere, trying to seal to stop any moisture from coming in. But, looking at it, there's other problems. I see condensation on the glass, surface mold. Notice all the cells, eh? Yeah.
See, I hate this. I absolutely hate seeing bricks vertically on the side. It's allowed. The problem is that the water will penetrate the mortar much faster than it'll penetrate the brick.
I thought it was funny at the time with brick sills, but I don't know anything about that.
Once the water gets in behind it, it starts to freeze. I hope we have no mold in behind your walls, but we're gonna have to do an inspection there.
We thought we were doing right. We repaired the brick in the front bay windows with the brick we found in the garage, but of course that was the brick the house was built with in the first place.
Most people will want to do that. They're gonna want to obviously use the same brick, but in this case, I don't think the brick is any good, to be honest with you.
And we repaired a couple of courses of brick around the side of the house, but then again, that was the brick that came with the house.
So when did you have this fixed?
Probably 6 years ago. We thought the moisture problem was the roof, so he went up to take a look at the roof and pushed the chimney over.
He gets up on the roof, leans on it, and the whole chimney comes down.
It came right down here, so then we decided...
He pushed the chimney over.
Yeah, he didn't have to have a construction crew to come and take that chimney down. It just came down right here.
Maybe save some time and money on taking it down, but it shows something's wrong with the brick.
Well, the brick he used is not so bad. You can tell that the existing brick has continued to deteriorate.
Normally, I'm used to seeing it near the ground, near the foundation where snow will sit and really absorb and freeze it, but we're seeing that on a higher basis. So that tells me that we've got all kinds of water coming from the top, getting in there, freezing and blowing out the brick.
We can see the cracks in your top capping, the precast. Yeah, that chimney definitely needs to be looked at. It's even bowed.
We get it all together, we'll fix this, we'll make it right, and I'll look what's happening on the inside as to why you're having so much moisture issues. Obviously, we're having a problem with airflow.
Can I help you in any which way with moving things out of your house? My biggest concern so far walking around your house, as I see, is the two front windows especially that seems to be taking in the most amount of moisture. I'd like to go inside and take a look from the inside to see if I see any interior damage.
Okay. Oh, here we are.
Here we are, guys.
When I first walked in the front door, I took a step, I looked around. First words out of my mouth were,
"Are you moving?"
Because I thought you were moving. Because there's a lot of stuff everywhere, and it looks like it's not staying.
Wow, you're really full.
Yeah, that's all the leftovers from my dad's place. And when we moved after David had the car accident with a broken back, he was unable to lift, unable to do anything for several years. In fact, for probably about 5 years, he even had somebody mow the lawn. He couldn't even mow the lawn. So everything just got backed up. I worked 5 days a week, come home every night. We'd get home around 7:30 or 8, and there wasn't time to do anything. There was just literally no time. And things start to back up and build up. And then when my parents passed away just recently, all their furniture came in here too.
My mother passed away, and all her stuff was in here too.
From the accident, things got backed up, and to just come through that and accomplish anything just took years to get back on our feet. And we're still backed up.
I don't think that this family has thrown anything out other than food waste in many, many years. That's okay, I think. But that's covered up all the registers. It's stopped the airflow, and I don't think it's very healthy living.
10 years, and I think we need to start living in this house.
All right, we have a rabbit living at the front of the house.
The kids fell in love with him when they used to swim back in primary school. So he's been here for years.
I do see moisture buildup around your window. Now, I don't know if that's the rabbit in the corner there.
That's the rabbit that ate the wall in the corner.
Maybe he's finding something wet and enjoyable, which is probably not good.
It's probably true. He probably did smell the moisture and said, oh, let's go for that.
We do see the surface mold has come into your curtains as well. Do you ever open these curtains?
No, I do not.
I knew something was wrong coming up to the house when I could see the condensation in the windows. And right away, I'm thinking heating, air movement.
Yes. Where's your furnace room?
Furnace room is through the back.
In the back here.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have problems getting in there. Come on back upstairs.
The gentleman who was selling the house requested a 2-day notice for viewing each and every time we came in. And I asked the real estate agent about it, and there was no problem. No, it's just that he works and his wife works, and they just needed a couple of days. Okay, that's fine. But what I realized had come from that was the fact that the furnace wasn't working, the heat pump wasn't working, and the sump pump wasn't working. So they had to heat the entire house with the fireplace behind us here, which scares me to the root now.
Have you used your fireplace?
Never.
Been here 10 years and never used it because we got frightened because somebody came to clean it.
The guy went up on the ladder, he looked down the chimney, and he said, I can't clean this, and by the way, don't use it.
So a little guy who wants only $40 to clean my chimney tells me not to use it because he thinks it's too scary. I'm thinking maybe I won't use it because it's too scary.
I'm gonna come in. Okay. I'm gonna bring in a brick specialist. We're gonna take apart your chimney. I would assume you have a lot of moisture coming down your chimney?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna take apart the brick that's bad all over this house.
The first part is just getting the outside sealed and the windows sealed, and then every other thing can be started.
I'm going to start looking throughout your house to find out why we have bad airflow in here. So I'm gonna see what's wrong with your house and what I can do to fix it. I need you to help me move things. So I'm going to work on the inside as much as I am the outside. And the inside is hopefully changing their lives.
We've got the incentive now. We've decided that
you have to have a kickstart somewhere.
This is it. This was the kickstart that probably we needed.
They want these windows replaced, and and at this point, I think these windows have to be replaced. We have so much moisture that's come back up. Like this window's half decent, but it's just, let's replace the frickin' windows. Let's drop the brick on both bays right to the bottom. And anywhere else that we have brick repairs, we'll repair that. And anywhere the windows are, I'd like to pull it out and do precast. Are we in agreement?
Yes.
Yeah.
Insulation doesn't belong here.
He added insulation after the fact, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's supposed to be on the other side. And he put up some plastic just in the area that I guess he replaced.
Well, look at the drapes.
Look at the friggin' drapes.
Get it all out. Exactly.
So far, all good. I noticed you brought a book, yes. And I'm really curious about this because it isn't just the point that the brick may be a bad batch. It isn't just the point of weather and freezing. There's actually a reason it's not working. It was installed wrong.
Yes.
This is the best way of doing it here, John. Concave
mortar joint.
And this one here, this is actually what's here. And it says very poor.
Yes.
And that's exactly the way this is?
Yes.
This is raking. This is when you pull the mortar back, it's not flush with the brick, it's raked back. This is the way they do it. It's the Bible.
Yes.
Why would they do it this way? They don't know?
They don't know.
How many times I've seen brick as a sill, why are they getting away with this?
Cosmetics. Somebody's idea that this was attractive when this was done in the late 70s, 80s.
But point being is in the book it says don't do it, right? That's 15 degrees.
15 degrees, yes.
And that's precast, that's not a row of brick.
Yes.
Let's take it down. Tail, Lori, how the hell are you?
Good.
Thanks for coming in. We have a little bit of shrubbery to remove. I want to talk about the trees that are close to the house. My question is, do we pull this?
Yes.
You say yes?
Yes.
It's actually a juniper. See, the problem with these is people buy these when they're nice little ones in a pot and they stick it in the garden and it looks nice and cute, but they don't realize that these trees will grow up to 25 feet tall.
Exactly where I wanted it. Kid stuff. Pulls it out like butter.
that root and all the little roots that are growing off of it. They'll grow right into whatever brick they can find. You can see it go in behind the window. It's looking for a place where there's water. There's probably a lot of moisture in there. It throws roots where it likes.
She will need to address her raspberries. I will be taking them down so the boys can work easier. I am going to cut them down to the ground, but I'm going to suggest that she moves them to a full sun location. A fruiting shrub needs full sun, not part sun, and because the house is here, you know that it does get some shade.
Did you go up and look at this already?
I did.
And?
Up on top, there is a number of cracks on the cement crown. There is a full stainless steel liner.
I don't know what we can do with it, other than take it out. Would you use it?
No. Because of the rust, and also it's aged.
It's aged.
It's similar to a vehicle. After 10 years, 15 years, sometimes it just needs to be replaced.
There's water in there.
Yes. It's just because of the cement cap. There's cracks in there, and the water has gone through the cracks around the liner, and it's come right down into the insert. The cobwebs are a direct result of the moisture. Spiders love moisture.
I'd love to lower that chimney. Is there any way to do this?
If you're putting in wood or if you're putting in a gas insert, they say you're supposed to put it into a code-conforming fireplace.
Okay. How high do we have to be?
2 feet above the peak.
The peak, so the very highest point of the roof?
Correct.
Do me a favor, keep looking. Let me know what you think, and more than likely, we're gonna pull it out.
Very good.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. What we'll have to do is put in a new insert. The reason being is because the insert is rusted. It's a little bit aged, as well as we're going to be putting in a new insert in stainless steel liner. And out front, we're going to be putting in a hearth extension.
If I can't get you through your house, I can't find out what's wrong with your house.
Exactly. I've now been able to cut the memories and say, I gotta make my own memories. It's time to go on.
Okay, you have stuff everywhere. I need you to help me move things.
Piano. How do you like that, eh? We have found 1909 first-year cover stamps and things. I mean, this is unbelievable. These are all the things that are going to go to the children in the Philippines. These are rollers for painting. These pieces, which were to make hats, I made hats for kids for several years, and it's all wound up, so I can't even get it out yet. That's brand new, so it's just a matter of throwing it out like that. Things that aren't precious, they can only be precious as long as you have someplace to put them. They're not precious anymore if you can't put them anywhere. The dog shelter. Blankets in this bin will all go to them. Dogs use toys. So I'll fill this bag with the stuff to take to the shelter. T-shirts go in the garbage. T-shirts are T-shirts. They can all go. Put it under a tarp. I don't want to see it. Yeah. Pick it up, throw it in the dumpster. It's fine.
Plastic should be sticking out of the block, at least a 1/4 inch out, so any water wants to come out, it has a way to get out through the weeping holes. There is some dampness here, see it? We got a hole here at the bottom of the wood that goes right through.
I expected way worse than this.
Actually, we got lucky. Like 6 months, a year from now, I think we would have been in bad shape here.
The plastic's there, but because of that one hole right there,
Yep.
the water went in like crazy, penetrated, hit the corner all the way down, and then come Mother Nature with carpenter ants, mice. Better than I expected. That's a good sign. But it is moldy, so we gotta lose it.
Well, I've never seen that before. 15 years doing this and never seen that. Surprise! Oh boy, it's all hollow here.
Because what they have a cinder block on the inside, so the foundation wall on the inside is actually straight. There's not a bow that you would see on the inside. So structurally, I should see a cantilever. It doesn't mean there is. Because they actually crippled it up off the cinder block, maybe it was acceptable. This is a freaking cold zone, and all you're doing, this is all insulated. Here's your floor, here's your basement underneath. Why is it so cold in this neighborhood?
I think this
see if it's cantilevered. It's cleaner. I can walk down here. I couldn't even get in this room before. The furnace is working. I can finally see it. There's a HEPA filter over a grate filter. Great humidifier. Why do they want to replace the furnace? The heating's working great today. It's got to be the cleanup. Gotta be. Amazing what happens when you allow air to move. Here's one of the bay windows out front. So they doubled up with the floor joists coming across, and then they cantilever out, and that's what carries the load. So that's a really good sign. That's the better way of doing it. Even today, we don't do that, as much as I do it. It's just minimum code says you don't have to. You can actually just build it right out and allow your window, because the way they structure it, it won't fall down, but they do. I can't believe the structure, 2x6. And obviously a load-bearing wall. Look at this. This is a mother load. Like, this just structurally holds everything. 2x10. Great build. Just pick up the roll brakes, right? Yeah. So smart tools. Let me guess, designed by the Masons. By the time you actually line them up and then pick them up, I could be doing this. Corners? Yeah. We removed the brick. We had a lot of brick problem, obviously. You can see it on the chimney here. And we brought in brick specialists, and they explained this is more concave. This is why this brick is okay. He says the concave is fine. And when they do the straight, in a lot of the places, what happens is the water gets in there and it starts to penetrate the brick a lot easier. Rather than letting it out, it's letting it in. And then I also brought a tail and we pulled out trees. Like, you couldn't even see this window.
Oh, okay.
So we've opened it up. We had another window guy obviously install a window, did it all wrong. She's using towels as a curtain simply because when it rains, it pours in there.
It pours that much?
She says it pours. All the signs show it that it's gotten in and just rotted it all. So much mice, and not just mice, look at ants galore were in here. So carpenter ants. Like, everything's lived in here because it's had all the food groups. Oh my God. Oh, now you're gonna find, look at, eggs galore in that. Probably the carpenter ant eggs.
So they would have came back every year.
You can see it's just turned to dust, eh? Powder, that's just from them just chewing through it, and they'll use that probably as insulation. Isn't that unbelievable?
Well, they seem to like pets here. Maybe they planted them. Maybe they'll keep them.
Yeah. Just pull that front piece off. All right. Don't touch the 2x4s or anything else. Insulation out, re-insulate, get a new front end. You know why I want that insulation out? We want to check to make sure that all the floor joists are fine, and also the critters that are living in it, let's get rid of them. The bugs, everything. They didn't have to, but they did cantilever the other two. This one is not. They've till nailed in. They're still over structure. And logically, that's what's holding it all. Since that is right on the top plate, and if you notice, the sheeting's out over top of it. That's what's saving us at this point. That means that we actually can pull this wood off. Clean it all up, insulate it, redo the front. So we're gonna have to cut off any nails that are in the ledger plate on the inside and bring out our wood so it's perfectly in line with the upper.
The drip is here for underneath, so when the water travels, it drips right off, completely off the brickwork. It doesn't touch the brickwork underneath the window. It has to be leveled across and sloped down this way, as close as possible to 15 degrees.
I mean, this is wood. This is wood. Look what happens to wood when it gets wet. It falls apart. I just keep fixing crap after crap. Well, you know what? I might as well bring you out now and let you know what I see because I'm getting ready to close it up. You got rather lucky here. I actually expected more. We did find some mold. We've been scraping. We're gonna have to repair your plastic, re-insulate, re-sheet it, get ready for the new brick. The water's caused a lot of damage here. We're gonna solve it. Once this is solved, we're gonna pull your windows and we're gonna go new windows. Your main hole there that you tried to spray foam was the #1 culprit for getting water directly in, which hit that area big time. So we're gonna have to replace a lot of the studding, some of the top plates of the 2x4 at this point here. And we've already pulled off some of the beams and we've got to double up again. Let's take a look at the sills. They're not done, but we've pulled off the old brick and John and his guys have made sure to put up a couple of new ones. And this is what I want to see. Once the mortar's completely dry in the center, I will scrape that back and I will put up a proper caulking so water cannot penetrate at that point, and I'll recaulk the bottom of the window. You have noticed that I brought in a tractor and I got on the chainsaw and we cut these trees down. And lo and behold, you had a big window there. Well, this was the one that had not too bad a brickwork under it, right? But I'm looking at the top flashing and I'm hearing you saying when it rains, it pours inside.
Yeah.
We had to pull out all the joists in this area and I've got to restructure this whole thing and then close it back in. We're gonna reshape your actual chimney and not have it so bulk. I think what we're gonna do, well, we don't. We only need the center one. It was made big to look big, maybe just to be big. I don't know, but we're gonna actually tear it up into one.
Oh, nice.
And that's the one that's gonna be yours, okay?
Oh, beautiful.
We're gonna take a look at your heating system. So far, it seems to be really good, and it looks like you have done one hell of a lot of cleaning in here. Okay, but I wanna offer some assistance. Okay, so it's totally up to you. And I think sometimes when we get so close to what's in the house, we don't wanna get rid of it. So here's my offer. I wanna bring in all my people, all my bins. I want to put on gloves and everything, and I want to go through everything in the basement. And we're going to do it one day.
Okay.
We can just get it under the wheel just a bit, eh?
Anything, holy cow. Anything that is in a bin, take it out. Dump it. Anything that's on a table, such as this table, do not touch. Do not touch this one bin. We are searching for 2 items. One would be Time Life magazines, obviously old, that are wrapped still in its own cellophane. 2, we are looking for a knife set, a silverware set. Let's just start it. Let's create an inside crew, an outside crew, a chain link. It's cold outside, it's raining. Gotta love the rain. Tomorrow's supposed to be snow.
Give up.
Okay.
Tennis racket.
I was fishing around for the silverware set.
Star Wars, the collectibles.
Katie, I caught something.
Where's Lundy? I got a sheep for him.
Oh, sweet. My first sheep.
Look, I found Damon's underwear.
I know what we're doing for lunch. As time goes on. I'm a drummer, not a piano guy.
Pink jogging pants. And the worst part, elastic at the ankle. It's your color. No.
I get for a fishing rod. I'll go with my fishing net. A lot of books. A lot of kids stuff. Honestly, I'm looking for these magazines, the Time Life wrapped magazines and the silverware. I have to say, I feel good about this. At this moment, I'm feeling a little dirty, but I feel good about it. Oh.
I found something for you.
The funny part is, this was the small room. That's not a hammer.
This one?
No.
Oh, that one.
That's a hammer. There's a switch here. The ones that are taped off, one switch will turn the light downstairs and very oddly will blow the bulb. This switch Val's claiming that when they turn it on, it actually gets hot around the wall. Now that's really weird.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 pot lights, and they are 50 watts each. Ooh. See, these dimmers are only rated for 500 watts. And when you gang them the way they are, the rating on it goes down.
So what do you do about that?
You can get an extension ring that would allow the heat to dissipate better.
Or change the switch.
Or change the switch back to a regular switch. Or split up the lighting, because you clearly have gone over on the wattage.
Okay, that one's simple. Now, why would the light bulb blow downstairs when you turn on the light?
That could be about two things. I'd need to check it. It could be that there's a loose neutral or a loose hot line. It could be arcing happening.
More than likely, the actual socket of the light itself is like finished.
Could be.
But wouldn't that short it?
No, if there's only arcing happening, what's happening is that the arcing will cause the temperature in the lamp to get too hot and cool right back down. So the arcing in the lamp itself is going to cause it to blow.
This might be an easy one for you.
For a change?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that at the end of the job.
Your breath, I know.
Yeah, you just cursed me.
Yeah, I'm gonna brick in the rain today. This should be fine, as long as we're under the tarps.
You know what? This looks really good. This one's almost done. Proper drainage at the bottom. We call those weeping lines. He's gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4. One on this side, 2 in the front, 1 on the other. Sills, nice angle out. We will scrape this later and caulk it, but that's the proper way, concave. There's no way if it gets trapped on the brick. If it gets wet, it drips down.
Well, we're setting up some scaffold for these guys in the pouring rain. We got to tarp this. I mean, it's supposed to really drop. In order for them to lay these bricks, it's got to be warm out here. So we'll just tarp it, get the scaffold up, tarp off it right to the roof, and give them a little bit more of a comfortable place to work out of the rain.
The chimney was a fake. So what we did is we brought it up so we could have enough slope behind the roof and put the stone in. And we're using the actual chimney tapered in. And tooling the chimney with a steel joiner to give us the concave mortar joint. You always brush up and down. It fills all the crevices in. And you get the corners. Nice. When we brought the U-caps out, we cut them for size to about 2 inches on overhangs on each side of the chimney.
Thanks for coming in, Gare. I might as well just tell you about a few things here. The homeowners been in the house, I think it's 10 or more years. They put in an air wash system. They put in a better humidifying system, which I really love. This is a good one. So they were saying cleaner air. However, we still got a mega amount of condensation on the glass. We're replacing the windows up front, and I know you can give me the answers. Is it possible to over-humidify your home?
Yeah.
It is.
They got it wired into a transformer, so this transformer is powered all the time. They got this jacked up to 50%. Because there's constant power going through this, it's a constant call for humidity.
She says the heat pump kicks out, usually in the freezing part of the winter, which kind of...
That does make sense. What happens is the heat pump has a certain temperature where it's gonna set point to, and what'll happen is when you get those frigid days out, the heat pump can't keep up. It won't heat the house. So basically the electric heat is used as emergency heat. The heat pump is the primary, the emergency heat is the secondary.
I thought it was because there was so much stuff in the house, they covered up all the registers.
Okay.
But now that we've cleared it out, I see condensation on the front windows.
All the returns are open, none of the return grills are blocked or anything?
Look.
Look? Okay. We'll take a look at everything and go from there.
325 pounds at your service.
Yes. What we have here is a wood burning insert. And what we're hooking it up to is a full stainless steel insulated liner.
Up, Jeff.
Approximately 82% efficient. When you have fire, it emits smoke. However, what this does, when you close the bypass damper, it reburns the smoke before going up the chimney. You go outside, take a look at the chimney, you won't even see any smoke coming out. All you'll see is heat vapor. That's because the system is so clean burning.
You look like, who you gonna call? I'm pulling the nails from the back side of the trim so I don't damage the front, because we're gonna put the baseboard back in. And because they're only finishing nails, we can pull them right through the back and not damage the front at all. Tricks of the trade. This product allows the concrete and or brick to absolutely breathe, but not allow water to penetrate.
Exactly.
Look at that.
It's a totally breathable sealer.
How come we don't do this all the time? So look at it, it absorbed right away. Right away it pulled into the block.
You don't see the same beating that you see
on the other side.
This surface.
Look at that. So anyone can actually do this. Just go buy your Ghostbuster outfit and...
It's completely environmentally friendly. There's no real concern of killing adjacent plants and that sort of thing.
I noticed you not only brought the lights that we're going to install here, that you also brought in a crap load of switches, plugs, etc.
Well, we've got to open them up anyway to test each line. So while we're opening them, we're going to upgrade them to the new Decora style.
That's why I love you, man. You don't just do it right, you do it extra right.
Once we've got everything open, it's just a matter of replacing things as I go.
Birds, you may want to be putting on a coat soon.
Yep.
Yeah, because when those windows go up, well, by the end of the day, we'll have the fireplace in, sitting there with marshmallows and a beer.
Sounds good.
Okay. It is mold. How's this caused?
Condensation.
Condensation. So we see right now there's water. You can see that right on the inside of the glass. It's wet. And why is it wet?
Because cold meaning warm.
That's correct. The problem is we don't have proper airflow in this house. We're bringing in the bros to take a look. And we actually, once we cleaned up the whole place, we realized that that had a lot to do with it. But now that I'm still seeing the condensation in the glass, the mold, imagine what they're breathing in every day. I need you to take the trim off as gentle as you can, because I'd love to be able to put it back up again, or at least see if we can.
See what I can do?
Yes, and just try not to get that mold up in the air. But please put a mask on.
Okay.
Wood windows. I love wood windows, I really do, but they need maintenance. That means keep the paint up, watch the caulking. What happened? We had a big hole in the window outside. We knew we had to restructure the hole outside. We knew we had surface mold on the inside of the window. So we removed the trim, and what do I see? A hell of a lot more than I want to. Here, look at this. The vapor barrier has actually stopped most of the penetration of the water coming in. We can see that the drywall's not too bad here, a little bit in the corner, but the wood is the problem. And that's a big problem, because that means structure. The majority of the damage was on the outside, but because of that hole that was in the corner, it allowed the water to get in on the inside and rot the wood. I have Brent here to install the windows. So as he pulls out the window, I'll wait for him on that one, pull this out, quickly pull this apart, put in a new top plate, if that's all we have to do, because that one stud appears to be fine. I may just have to put in a new top plate. But it's not just the top plate, is it? It's the drywall, it's the vapor barrier. Put it all back again, put the window in, retrim it, plaster it, prime it, paint it. From a simple window replacement to a lot more work due to not enough maintenance on your windows. Bad sign, people. We do have the mold. This is not a ton of mold. Up to about 10 square feet is the rule. More than that, you're gonna wanna call in a mold removal company. Maintenance, key issue. Your windows have a problem? Replace them, fix them, one way or the other. Don't let it get worse. Think about your vehicle as you're driving it.
Oh, Jesus, burning off a lot of smoke. Well, why? Remember, this is paper, organic. Mold loves paper. It's the steak. It's the food they need. The two food groups, moisture, inside and out, paper. I could barely get my Sawzall blade in there. It's so tight. If you notice, we have a difference in height from this window to the other window. They used a 2x4 build down, so I don't know what they did differently here. Because the hole is at the bottom of the window right here, it allowed that moisture to get in and really rot the corners. You know, had they have wrapped this with plastic in the first place, it probably wouldn't have this problem. I wouldn't be cutting it out. Contaminated, no good. We've got a tie par on the outside, which is breathable, what we want. It stops the rain from penetrating. We'll take that plastic, wrap it up over top of here. We'll do the tuck tape here, and that plastic will now protect the wood. The window goes in, spray foam. My knees are getting old. Beauty. Judging by the lines, we're somewhat centered, so we're gonna pop inside, shim it, square it, plumb it, and secure it. Done. Just foaming the excess gap of the concrete that we removed to give it a little extra insulation prior to putting our finished strip of aluminum capping on the perimeter of the window. So this helps in the structure of the window as well as insulating it. I'm gonna do the bevel down, so we'll just get a beveled cut on the inside, and then I'll mark the 45. Well, it's the last day. We are, as usual, running against the clock. It just doesn't stop. I mean, everything was going wonderful until yesterday, where we pulled off the trim of the windows and we found mold. We didn't anticipate drywall. We got the fireplace in, the bricks done. You know, the windows are being finished on the outside. Steve is out back. He's doing the flashing over top of that window, while Brent and his other guys are doing these windows. Now we got a little bit of plastering, a little bit of drywall, window dressing we call it. No sweat. All right, go get him. The chimney. Wow. Huge difference. Robert and all his brick guys, they took it all apart, and I like the way they changed the angle of it. And that chimney liner, stainless steel, and it's a thermal liner. Okay, that means it is insulated with a ceramic blanket. Serves as many purposes, which I'll get into on the inside of the house. Out in this area, we were very somewhat happy with it until we got to this area. We've taken it all down, restructured the whole inside, installed 2 new windows. There was no way that I was going to leave those 2 front windows in. You don't go through all that work and leave in 2 pieces of crap, not to mention they're completely rotted out. New precast sills, totally proper. Look at the flashing on that.
That is gorgeous.
Now that's proper, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Look how clean it is.
That's like, great.
I think it did make a change, those 2 windows, because even from the inside, when I was looking at it after we trimmed it all, it looked really good. We also sprayed all the bricks around your house with a great product, and what it does is it seals the brick, allows it to breathe, but does not allow water to penetrate. So this will really help you in the future to stop deterioration of the older brick. More the reason you should really look at your own home and do your best to maintain it, because from a simple, really $20,000 brick repair to what we've done, right up to $50,000 worth of work, that's an awful lot of work that could have been saved if you maintain it. Lights. I had Frank and his guys come in, and not only did we address all your switches that had heat problems due to, I don't know who installed them, but they didn't know what they were doing. We brought in some new lights in this area and also new lights downstairs. I brought in Gary from Northwood, and he looked at the furnace, and the first thing he said is your humidity, the humidistat's way up. Turned it down, and all of a sudden, it's not as humid.
I believe the inside air of the house was worse than the brick on the outside. And what I'm trying to say is for the family, that air was so polluted. The mold spores that are through the air, the animals that are just living in the hallway at the front door.
It's clean, isn't it? I must say you did one hell of a job. I must say. Well, let's look at the other item in the living room. Vince and his son, two wicked guys who truly know what they're doing, and they installed this high-efficiency wood-burning stove. Probably the most efficient fireplace on the market when it comes to burning wood. This is actually like a catalytic converter of your car, burning the exhaust to make it environmentally friendly, which worked. It made a hell of a difference on our planet. But what this does is burns off that smoke going up there, so when you turn that on, you look up on that chimney and there's no smoke coming out. There's vapors, but no smoke. That is efficient. Medium fan, which blows it out across here. Once you're ready for bed, load it up. This thing will burn for 20 hours. Once you go down to low fan, and it'll heat your whole house.
I know one thing. I want one of those fireplaces at my house.
Do you like it?
I love it.
I love it.
You notice they added a ceramic, we'll call it a blanket, but it's a protection pad because you have carpet. They put it in front, which brings this fireplace right up to code.
It's always a happy day at the end. It always is. I think for me personally, this was not only a change of what happened in the home, but what happened in their lives. It took a lot of stuff out of that house. I've never seen anything like that in my life. I don't want to knock these people because they're truly good people. I think life has a way of making things happen. Maybe you start to get used to a cycle and all of a sudden, you know, it just gets overwhelming.
That was a good incentive for us.
And we want to now get the floors finished down there and get rid of the old carpet. Just things that we had planned to do, a roof and a chimney and a eaves trough ago. And so now it's time to do it.
Sometimes I love my job. I pick up the phone. Hey, Vince, you and your son come out here? No problem. This just installs everything without an issue. The guy always smiles. I love that. Rob and his boys came in. All the brick guys. His son, Steve. To see everybody step, including an army of bin trucks that just came in and came out. And one after the other, we all got together and should have put maybe marshmallows over the fireplace at the end, but you know, it's too efficient.
So, this evening, load this up, read the book, control it properly, sit down, enjoy the fire, have yourselves a drink, and I'll see you on the next one.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Keep smiling.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
We'll see you. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
He kept on saying, in the end, you'll have a beautiful bathroom, and we have drywall up there now.
You thinking of just gutting this, like pulling the top, everything?
Oh yeah. When you're an ethical person, you expect people to treat you in the same manner.
Did you get a permit?
No.
We thought there was some accountability there, but obviously he doesn't work that way.
Not only did we not get what we wanted, but we also had to deal with this individual who was, playing a game with us.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, baby. But if you're going to do it right the first time. Let's get rid of it.
How do you do this to a family?
Look at the nest. They got a nest of them. Unbelievable. On the money. T3.
My hero!
Perfect.
Thank you, guys.
You like it?
Oh, do I ever?
Al and Jen bought a nice house on a nice street House is about 20 years old. They want a new bathroom.
We had discussed maybe 2 or 3 years before just what we'd like to do, looking at bathroom magazines and the things of the sort. We had actually gotten a couple of quotes on bathroom renovation, so we got a good idea of what we were looking at, what we were gonna have done.
A nice winter day.
The church that we go to, they're building a new facility. It's a double gym, so the community's going to be able to use it. And every year we have an auction, and we ended up purchasing some services from a contractor who donated $11,500 worth of his services.
You know, raising money for the church for a gymnasium, that's good. That's a good thing. But they got screwed in the end.
Al,
Mike,
Jen, nice to see you again.
Nice
to see you.
It's a brisk winter day, eh?
On contract, on paper, was a $30,000 job. On the signing of the contract, he required a check for $10,400. And it was put to us simply that, you know, he hadn't received any money, that he was donating his services to the church, and he needed money for supplies and for paying his laborers and everything. So we figured it was okay.
Very nice, lots of okay.
On the day of demolition, when they started their work, we were required by the contract to give another $5,000.
The danger zone.
It was a day of work done, and we were already out $15,400 plus the $11,500 to the church. So, you know, $26,900 out, and they're just starting the demolition. We're off track right from the beginning.
Draining, I see they poured a concrete pad. Looks fairly good here. Do not know by looking at it whether or not they've done a proper membrane, and even then, the membrane is how we used to do it. We don't use it that way anymore. We actually use much better products.
The second day of demolition, he came in and told us that some of the work that we wanted to have done that we had already discussed with him was add-on. And it was gonna cost us $1,500 for this, $2,000 for that.
As for your toilet, that's not very wide, is it?
No.
This is 36 inches wide, and you're a pretty wide guy, so you pretty well will clean these walls with your shoulders walking in here. You open the door, you go in. As soon as you get in, here's the toilet. You've actually got to really almost straddle the toilet to close the door. So very, very wrong.
$37,000 in change later. Bathroom's not complete. It's wrong. To what extent? We'll find out.
The chandelier above the tub here was another thing that he wanted us to do. We went out and we spent some money on a chandelier.
Yeah.
Hindsight's always 20/20, and looking back now, it seems obvious to us, but on the onset, because we knew he had done a donation to the church, because it was goodwill on his part, because it was through our church, we want to be a good testimony, we went along with it.
Gotta love designers, eh? Let's put a chandelier above your tub. Okay, what's wrong with a chandelier above your tub?
It wouldn't be wise to stand up and touch it while I'm standing in cold and water, an electrical outlet.
The two don't mix, do they?
No.
Yeah, because you'll get 100% amperage through your body, which is enough to stop your heart.
When the contractor had left, of course, we were absolutely devastated, and we contacted the church, the committee that was responsible for the auction right away.
That wall blocks my view, and I want to see those windows, I really actually like this opening. So instead of doing it this way, I'm going to propose that we actually take this right down.
They wanted him to provide certain bills that he'd paid for, and they wanted, you know, concrete. Okay, give me, you know, some of the things you've paid for, show us.
But I'm seeing glass is what I'm seeing. So if you want a bench, we can create the bench. We'll make it a little bit wider. We'll move your door opening over. We'll create a small knee wall above the bench, maybe 6 inches, and everything above that height will be glass.
He didn't end up doing that. He ended up sending us another bill to complete the bathroom, which was ridiculous. It was like $17,000. One day I came in and Al said, go take a look in the family room. I thought, what's going on in the family room? We're having our bathroom done. Here's the damage. They took our tub out and it leaked.
I think the water ran along the joist where the taped area was probably the weakest spot. And we had water damage all along here.
There's a nice hole in our family room ceiling. And he explained to me that that day the gentleman who was working on our bathroom fell through.
It's not just as simple as coming in with a sponge or a roller and trying to fix this. You will always see it. You cannot repair it. You have to replace it. It doesn't mean we got to pull everything down. It means we have to redo it.
9 months later, it goes on and on. He comes back in. I want more money. We're not going to do work. It's the same crap, different pile.
I can't describe the feeling. It's the loss of the money, the just knowing what's up there. We don't have anything basically for all the money that we've spent, and It was horrible.
I'm gonna gut the bathroom, we don't have a choice. I'm gonna bring in all the right people. We're gonna bring Frank, the electrician, Martin, my plumber, all these guys, and we're gonna have some fun with this. I'm gonna play with it. I see what you want. I ask you one thing. Show me your dreams, what it was supposed to be, the way you wanted it to be, especially for $37,000. Tell me everything that you wanted. And from there, I'll put in my little things, and we'll fix it. They like this idea that they can shower together, brush their teeth together,
washroom,
separately in the. We could put in 2 toilets for the hell of it. They can like talk to each other.
That's true.
How you feeling?
Side by side.
And he wanted more money.
Another 17,000.
Another 17,000. Do you know what I can build for 50 something, almost $60,000? Do you have any idea what I can do? I'll leave it until we're done. Quite the story, eh? Guy submits a bid to help with a project with the church.
Yeah.
So they buy it for $11,500, $37,000 plus out of their pocket later. This is what we have.
$1,000. He got paid. He walked away with that?
Benefit is that the 2 guys that he brought in, because he subbed it out, the 2 guys that he brought in, we see concrete board, we see green. I don't like the green, but it's minimum code.
Right.
We see green everywhere, so they gutted it. A chandelier was supposed to go over the tub.
That's smart.
Nice, eh?
Over the tub.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Any problems with a chandelier over the tub?
I'd say.
Toaster. Toaster. I like that. That's the equivalent of a toaster. You are correct. Previously, we had a toilet and bidet right there, and it was on a pedestal, so the plumbing ran underneath it.
Yeah.
So they lost the bidet, fine. Moved the toilet, no permits, of course, no permits on the electrical. What did they do? How did they tie in? We know the floor joists run this way, so how the hell did they tie in?
Right.
If the drain was here, how'd they get it over to there?
Right.
What do you think they might have done?
The joist.
Yeah.
Yes, and if they did that, we got a big issue. Big issue. So they didn't peel it.
That. A little high here.
It's just a little high there, isn't it?
I'd say it's wrong slope.
So you can see they open the floor, cut the pipes, cut the pipes.
Well, this isn't so bad, is it? I mean, you want to be more center, I would take it, but.
So the drain must have been there in the first place. See if we can pull this one up.
Yep.
How the hell did they do this?
Drop it in very gently.
No, they moved the toilet. It got no cutting on the floor other than over there. This will be interesting. They added more screws, so they cared about what they were doing. They actually nailed down the floor, even though they used drywall screws. They added more screws, so I'm seeing not the main guy that screwed them with the money. The guys he brought in are half decent. I'm still curious on how he did the toilet. That's the vent line. How the hell did they do this? Interesting. The toilet and bidet were on a platform here.
Yeah.
They haven't cut the floor. Pull this piece up.
Okay.
This is not logical. The only thing I can think of is the actual down run for the 3-inch ABS was right where that toilet is. So it came up, came across the floor, the toilet picked up, the bidet picked up, and they got lucky. This is not a new feed. This is definitely air because they've come off the top.
Right.
It's definitely air.
And that's shooting straight up to the roof, you think, right there?
Yeah, so next move, pull this drywall.
Okay.
Pull that drywall. Pull that drywall.
All right.
Now it's easy, right? Reach in, pull. Fed the lines over. Not too keen on this box, let me tell you. But that's not the way we do it. So same thing, okay, please? Pull that drywall, everything you do with inside here, pull this drywall, pull the bottom piece only, or the front. I don't care which one you do.
Okay.
Do not pull the ceiling. So far, I'm happy with what I see.
Yeah.
I want that drywall down.
Okay.
that drywall down to that whole wall down on the inside.
Okay.
Go ahead and pull the studs out of that wall there.
All right, just take down the whole wall?
Yeah, do what I said here, drop the strapping, and we'll use this as an access point to look up.
Sure.
Since we have to repair it anyways.
Okay.
Break the floor.
I love tearing this stuff apart. Day one of demo goes great. I mean, look, we have 8 people here or something like that. It goes quick. I mean, it's really not much. You're in a bathroom. Demo is going actually better than planned. We're gonna have this all down today. A lot of people don't realize though, there's actually a little bit of skill to doing a demo. You can't just go in there and start swinging hammers and hacking everything apart. You gotta worry about electrical, plumbing. You actually gotta start taking it apart carefully. You're also trying to look for where they've messed up, and like you're uncovering stuff to actually find out what you can do, what you can not do, what they've done, what you have to fix. So, you know, you got to be really careful on a demo day, but I think we're pretty good at it now. Hey guys, we can do a demo really fast now.
We have no choice but to investigate.
Yeah.
It's not like I can go, hey, okay, let's finish it.
Yeah.
We don't know what they did.
Yeah.
We have to open it, you know, and it's not spank the guys for making it wrong. It's like, this is wrong, we need to fix it. But we know who was wrong here. It's the guy that took the 37,000 and change. All right. But we're back to the beginning, and I can tell what they've done. I'm going to assume we have had 2 different electricians in here. Am I right?
That's correct.
Okay, because it just shows on what we see. So we know the electrical was wrong. What was on that wall right there? This was a Whirlpool tub you had, or
Yes.
that had jets?
It was, yeah.
Was the control on that wall?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that would explain it. So what they've done was taken that one line, added another line, brought it into the tub, shared the neutral, things that you shouldn't be doing.
They pointed out a few other things that the electrician did that didn't do right, and that's not a surprise, I guess.
They ran the plumbing pipe and they gave you that void right at this point here to give you that shower head that you were looking for, which I can do for you. The way they closed it up was a huge mistake because they brought the vapor barrier down underneath the drywall, strapped it, and drywalled it again. If moisture can collect, which it will, the cold zone's in the attic. It gets hot and cold up there, right? Talk about a drastic weather change, it's in the attic. Moisture will come down. That plastic is now underneath the drywall. That drywall has paper on it. The second food group that mold loves is organic, the paper. It would have molded for sure. So that was an issue.
That's major with mold. You know, you hear all kinds of horror stories about mold, so that's something that definitely would concern us.
The other tub was a corner tub, right?
Right.
Okay, our drain was on this side, correct?
Yeah.
New angle, yeah.
Okay, so the drain being on this side, they were within code for ventilation, air behind water. As soon as they moved the drain over there, they were too far.
Wow.
So plumbing was incorrect. Not only that, too many elbows. We also have a down run, an up round, and a down run. So what happens there?
Well, I get stuck. Yeah, and finding out that the plumbing wasn't done right for the tub, and where there would be water captured in the tube, in the elbows and stuff like that. That was a big concern, and I didn't have a concern about the plumbing. I met the guy, I saw the guy, he seemed professional.
I'm gonna take all the structure out. It's just cheap wood, it's not square, and it does not line up with the door opening, so it'd be a big issue when the glass comes in. So I will keep the big double shower. I am gonna change some things to open it up with glass.
I really like, just Mike's idea of making it all glass and just so that you can, have the light from the windows, and yeah, just can't wait to have it finished.
So don't worry.
Not worried.
We'll do what we do best and we'll make this beautiful.
Great.
We believe it.
Just hold the ladder for me, please.
Okay, I got it.
There's not a lot of insulation. There's what I'm talking about. Damon, come on up.
Yep.
Insulation?
What am I stepping on here?
The bulk wall. They got an insulated line that we're gonna tie it into, I guess, up here where these guys go.
Right.
Which we don't want it this way.
No kidding.
And like I said, proper housings for the pot lights, but they're not covered with the blue wrap and a ton of insulation because we got to build it up and over.
Right.
We see a 2-inch line that converts into a 3-inch up through the roof.
Yep. And you just have that one line coming up here?
Uh-huh. There's no other 3-inch. The other one's way over there. All right.
What do you think?
We have some work to do.
I know what you think. What's the window? We're thinking of leaving the ceiling, but at this point, why bother? I mean, we have damage here. We're going to be repairing this anyway. I mean, to drop this ceiling, get up new drywall, it's the same amount of work. Why not do a new? We use mold resistant. Guaranteed this isn't mold resistant, so we just do everything better. So we might as well just pull it down, start from scratch. We're going to pull parts of the floor today and, get a proper subfloor down here as well. So everything new. I do not want to pull this floor until we pull the ceiling first, because as you can see, it's going to be a pain in the ass cleaning out all the joists. It's better just to pull this down, clean the debris up, and then we'll pull the floor. That's the last thing we have to do at the end of the day. Do a major cleanup, and we'll work our way out of here, okay? Clean up right out the front door.
Since this family has spent so much money on this, almost 40 grand, let's give them a $40,000 bathroom. We'll insulate the whole attic again. We'll make sure they have at least 12 inches. I'm going to use wall tight on the walls and in the voids. This is the bathroom. We can stop moisture from coming through, eliminate products that promote mold. We're open.
Why not?
Let's do it. Right. We'll keep the tub. We're gonna change the shower so it's open, like I said, double sink. We'll make a bigger throne room. What a name, man, the throne room. We'll call it the WC.
Right.
What's WC?
Water closet.
Water closet. Do I have a choice? Yes, of changing how the toilet sits. I can bring the toilet this way and have the toilet here. Now, to make up the difference, if we go with a 4x4 room, that means he's gonna be sitting facing this way. And I always say he, I don't necessarily. If we were to do it that way, because it's such a dark room, we can actually put a window in this wall, glass block. You can't see through it. Stained glass, anything like that that allows light in this room, natural light, rather than just always having a light, which I like, because it's no longer a dungeon and sitting on a throne in a dungeon. I also like the idea that I can have the toilet paper roll on the opposite side of the toilet. So you know, how many times you do this? You got to reach behind you to grab the toilet paper.
Rolling it like this.
And everyone sits forward, you know. I'm facing this way. I have a nice window. Comes out, door swings in, and we'll try and keep the door closest to this side so it allows, if we do get a magazine rack in here, you know, you got to have it. We can't just have a toilet. It's just a bare freaking room is what it is. I've set up how we're going to do the shower stall. It's more square than that. I'm just giving the measurements on how we're going to do this. It's almost 12 o'clock. And we have spent the whole morning simply bringing in electricians, plumbers, us, and talking about what we're going to do. We're going to need a center light in between the two oval mirrors. Was it necessary to take 3 hours, as far as I'm concerned, 4 hours to set this up? Yes. So we're gonna go from that black line. Okay?
Yep.
Because the last thing you want to do is make a mistake. We're looking at what we need to do for the shower, the tub, balancing the system. How is it going to look with the toilet in the throne room that I'm calling it? This wall's first, this wall's second. Tub. Does the sink work to the shower? How's the floor layout? Do we want a last minute, oops, what do I do with the register in the floor? No. 21 inches out with countertops, so we want to be 24. Everything must go with each other. And then the same token, is everything good with what we're working with? What that does is 4'4", allows us a door of about 26 inches. The more we spend our time at the beginning, laying it out in detail to 1/4 of an inch,
the way easier it is at the end. And then I know that when the glass goes in, it's perfect. That when the tiles go in, it's perfect. That when the tub goes in, there's no mistake. Sold.
Yeah.
That works for me. What is our distance from that wall to here?
It is 31.5 inches with drywall. So I liked your idea of actually doing the corner on this wall, like flipping it in.
The problem is my door. This is the big issue that I have. But if I neo-angle it here, we can have the glass on the wall, a neo-angle piece of glass. Ooh. This might really work. Put the door here, bring out an equal bench on that side, so a neo-angle corner in and out. Everything's illusion here. I really like this. Yeah. Visually, I had it that we would keep the design, but once you lay it on the floor and you build the wall, you see how tight it is to get through here. And the other issue I have also is that when I stand here, I squawked about that wall blocking the window, and here I have the same thing now with my new throne room. What if I thought about doing a neo-angle on the shower, just at one corner, because I have a neo-angle bench in the corner. Then I do a neo-angle here, and I put the door here. So I have a door here and a glass door in the shower. I've created more of an opening. Still the toilet, still the magazine rack, and now the door's there. So, that's how we're gonna do it.
We cut this wall back right here. We're gonna need to relocate the two gang. The light.
Gang. So the two gang is for the fan and the light?
Yep.
Okay. Now, the issue is going to be, I have a window in this wall, which eliminates putting anything, and if I can swing the door in this way, I can't put the switches here. Other option is to put the switches on the outside. No other option of putting it anywhere else, right? No, no, no. Okay.
I think we're pretty much beat on that with the door swinging in, window there.
Extend it to a 5 gang.
Okay.
We're a bit lucky with this one. The place was built in, I think it was 89, and the stucco ceiling had never got painted, right?
Ah, not sealed, easy to come down.
Easy to come down. We're waiting for the plaster to dry right now, and then we're going to have to oil prime that like the rest of the ceiling, which we've already done.
Okay.
We've got to do that because when we put the texture on, it's all got to dry exactly at the same rate before we start knocking it down. This should give it the effect that we're looking for.
Okay, so you're spraying on a different material, not a standard stucco.
No, no. This is...
It's like a plaster.
It's a plaster that's got acrylic in it. It's a finish. We don't have to paint it afterwards.
Brilliant.
The boys are going to spray it on. We're going to come behind with a brush and give it a stipple effect. Wait for a magic moment when it's just setting up, and then we're going to knock it down.
I went to the Tubbs place yesterday to pick the sinks and everything else that I wanted, and I made a change.
Oh, did you? Uh-oh, what does that mean?
Well, I saw these cabinets. Yeah. Okay, so they're like 30, 31-inch cabinets with their own pedestals, their own tops, and I thought, 2 cabinets, and not a full base.
Oh, okay.
And then we have matching mirrors to go up over top of it.
Oh, very nice.
Like, it's gonna be stunning.
And have the pots.
And these are actually darker.
Are they?
Yeah, they're almost like a deep, almost cherry, but with a more browner, but they're dark. They're not light like that.
Right. And I guess you match the tile to
Yeah, so I want to pick something for the top of the tub and it's the quartz that is dark, that matches that cabinet. So I'm really going to give Bob a headache today.
Okay, better him than me.
Yeah, well, I'll give you a minor one, nothing serious.
Bob, thanks so much for coming in. Obviously, I ripped it apart, made some changes. So last time I talked to you, I had this idea that we could use the quartz product in the shower.
Yep.
So I called you in. Now I'm going to really challenge that because I have some great ideas and I want to see if we can do them.
Okay.
My cabinets they're almost like a dark cherry, but it's not cherry, it's just like a dark walnut. So what I'm thinking is this would be perfect inside the shower stall because it's going to help match my tile. It's going to complement the cabinets. It'll give me the wainscot look and everything I see. So also with this, you can do a top, right? So that we come up, we actually top with a nice little bull nose, right? So a cap, I'll have a glass wall in here, glass wall door. So I'm looking at the coffee bean.
All the rules have been broken. As an example, in the kitchens, many times you see the cabinets that are opposite colors, the light and the dark, and then people would put countertops light and dark. Sometimes they put dark on dark and light on light and vice versa. So all the rules have been broken. And that's the type of thing that really gives a wow factor to it. And so it's just a question of when the colors go together, you can do anything you want.
Coffee bean. And it goes with the champagne.
Yeah.
Champagne, coffee, drinks.
The problem is, the original person that blew the attic did not, or the builder did not stuff and vent the soffits properly to stop the blown insulation from hitting the vented soffit.
Oh.
Look at that. Look at this. Okay, that's my maximum reach.
Give it a couple more years. You'll hit puberty and then you'll be fine.
Okay.
So basically what we're doing is we're putting radiant floor heating on. And what we've done is we used a modified thin set over top of the Ditra. We're using a 3/16 trowel notch. You could also use a 3/8, but 3/16 is the minimum, and it's good enough to grab this material. And what we're doing is we're taking out the air bubbles out of this right now, making sure it adheres properly, and it'll be ready to go.
Prepping today is all for tiles. We had some gaps and stuff like that, so what I would always want to do is I want to pre-fill them with thin set. It's basically what'll happen is it'll true up two boards together. If there's any differences in the boards, it'll just make a smooth transition. So when you're doing your curdy, you don't get a big lump there. Helps the transition. It'll also help with, if there's any leaks that do get behind this, it'll actually help prevent water from getting in behind to the stud.
Just marking up, measuring. The champagne color will be installed. We'll do the coffee afterward. We're only going to put the waterproof membrane halfway up the wall. The reason for doing this is because it is an exterior wall and we want that wall to breathe in behind the quartz stone. You guys are good. So you're just going to pull it back? You're just doing a test fit?
Yes, exactly. We're going to cut now the second piece.
Yep.
And put together. Everything, of course, going to be okay.
So you don't install until you've checked everything?
Exactly.
I like you more.
Okay, thank you.
That's what I call a perfect fit. It's gonna look good, eh? Look at this. I really like it. I really like it. Oh, just wait till it's done. Okay, so do me a favor, just take a look at the baffles that they have within every 4 rafters there and do your normal thing. Now, they only had about 6 inches of blown-in insulation. Nowhere near enough, eh?
No, not even close. I recommend or code right now is R40. It just bumped up this year.
Now, spray in gives you the equivalent of what?
R40 for cellulose is 10.5 inches.
10.5 inches?
Yeah, fiberglass, you're probably looking at 13 inches for R40. But we're gonna top this up to R50.
If you guys see anything up there that looks wrong or there's an issue, please let me know so I can let the homeowners know.
All right, well, no problem. We'll take a look at it and see what we can do.
The soffit vents have been put in after the blown insulation was installed. And how we know this is, basically it's loose here. They should be stapled to the rafters. It's a fairly deep profile, probably a little bit too large for this. But if you look into the soffit area, and you got a real problem here because the venting is totally improper. You pull these vents out, you look in there, there's a ton of blown insulation, this fiberglass in the soffit area. It's blocking all the ventilation.
Oh. So what has happened is the insulation has been blown in, the fiberglass has reached the soffit area, it's actually plugging up some of the airflow, okay? And then to appease the inspector, to make it look like it was done properly, they just took the vents and stuck them in the soffit on top of the fiberglass, which is blocking the airflow. So 60 to 80% of those vents up there are doing diddly squat.
The reason for this baffle vent is so that we can bring fresh air into the attic, and any heat loss or moisture from the house getting into the attic is picked up by the fresh air and exhausted out the roof vents.
There is some ventilation, but it's a huge attic space, a lot of heat loss, not very much insulation up there, and the worst thing of all, the attic, the soffits are prep brutal, they're awful.
First of all, we gotta clean out the insulation out of the soffit, make sure we got adequate ventilation there. We will put new baffle vents in here, stuff it with a bat of insulation over the wall, okay? And then we will re-blow all this here, making sure there's a monoclayer layer of insulation right on top of the wall into the attic.
It looks really bush. It's terrible.
Well, when you say it's terrible, I don't feel well. My window's broke, well, my heart's broke, my office is calling. Hello? Hi. That's my daughter. I'm here. A wonderful voice for a change.
Okay, if you want to screw the top one where your hand is.
How's that?
Huh?
I need a drill and a screw.
Oh, yeah.
Can you believe this? Driving in this morning, my windshield gets smashed. Another piece of ice hits my truck. I don't even know if it's dented it. The first bang. I get in here. We're gonna fix the roof today. What?
Our guys went up there to pull out the insulation out of the soffit. That ice dam has come back into the house, and the fibers are actually frozen in the soffit, so we can't get it out.
Okay. I tell you, it wasn't easy, but now that we've got the ice out of the soffit, we'll make sure we get the baffles in place. That's for our air circulation of 1.5 inch airflow. Put in the blown-in cellulose. Bob's your uncle. It's the day before the reveal, and normally we're running like a dog with two tails. Doesn't know which one to chase. However, everything is going really well today. To schedule, the electricians are doing what they need to do. Martin, the plumbers are doing what they need to do. Just getting the last bit of grouting in, lights. This one's a lot easier, even though it's a very expensive bathroom. And we've taken our time on this just to create not only the look, but the best we can do. Since they spent the money in the first place, let's give them a $40,000 bathroom. Do I feel good? The answer is absolutely yes. It will be done easy tomorrow and not 12 o'clock at night. So it's gone rather well. Everything is just to plan. So how many coats you gonna put up, Craig?
2 coats of kitchen and bath paint. I like using that stuff a little better. It's just got mildewcide in it, resists moisture better.
So not only do we use drywall that's mold resistant, it's paint that's mold resistant.
Exactly. Latex paint is actually better for bathrooms as well, because alkyd paints, oil-based paints, promote mold and mildew growth.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's something I didn't know. So this is the first time working on the show you actually came in and measured it properly. We were done,
yeah,
and you came in and measured it, right?
Yeah.
is we're always trying to incorporate the time and get you to do it. And I know you don't like it that way, so this is going to be a perfect
Oh, we got
fit.
it done in the time limit though.
You sure did.
Yeah.
So we're going to come across the center. We're going to join at this point and come right out.
Yep.
And we're flush with this edge, right?
Yeah, usually I go flush and then there's just a little bit of a gap between each edge where the glass.
Which side did we hinge?
We hinged on the left side.
Good. That's the way I
Okay.
prefer it.
Yeah, and then there's just a little bit of gap here so the steam can go out.
How much?
I think there's about 2.5, 3 inches.
Okay.
Something like that.
That's why I tiled everything on the inside.
Yep.
So I had no issues of warning of moisture.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna look really good. Well, generally when you don't use a channel, you have to wedge the glass in with blocks on the top and bottom and you pressure fit it in. And then what you do is you fill the silicone across the top and that holds in the glass. Right? When you squeeze the silicone in, it can skin up in like 10 minutes or so. So you take the tape off, if not you'll end up pulling off that skin and it looks terrible. So what you do is you take it off right away and it gives you a nice clean flat surface to work with. And once that's all done, you're watertight and everything looks good. You don't have any big chunky metal, it's just nice and seamless.
I love the diamond effect there because we're fighting on how to come up with an idea to create access panels, and the access panels are never big enough to actually crawl your body in there and fix it. But this really works.
Isn't that nice? That was a great idea, bud.
Yeah.
Anytime we have any tubs or whirlpools, they must be GFI protected. Quite simple. You're going to be sitting in a pool of water. You want to be protected as quickly as possible. If there are any shorts, you want the breaker to trip out. And these GFI breakers have a very fast response time that if there is any potential problem, it'll trip out. So we're going to power up everything I had off here. There goes our surge protector. Here goes our tub. At least once a month, they should be tested just to make sure that they are working.
Last little bits of lipstick and mascara. Love how everything goes together. We got the beautiful taps that are on the sink that match the tub, and then we picked it up on the sides of the mirrors. I also have it on the light here for in between. It's brushed nickel. That's going to be really nice. It's right up in between them. I like that. You know you're almost done when you're putting all this in, and I like to wait for all the caulking to the very last. That way if we're drilling, we're creating dust that doesn't get trapped in the caulking. So we'll hit all this last. Once it's buffed, cleaned. Man, that's gonna be nice.
$37,000. Now that includes the $11,500 bid. So that's about $27,000 worth of extras. And what the hell's the extras here? You know, like, so they gotta buy materials with tub, sinks, cabinets, drywall, concrete board, tiles. $27,000? Not likely. 9 months later, it goes on and on. He comes back in, I want more money, we're not gonna do work. It's the same crap, different pile.
I think I've kept you out there long enough.
Can't wait to see it.
And after you.
Wow.
It's been a while, eh?
Yeah. Do I get to open the, do you want me to open the door or you can open the door?
It's like wrapping a gift. Well,
I
before
know,
we go in
can't
there,
wait.
actually, let's talk about some of the other things. You know, we fixed downstairs, we fixed the ceiling, brought in Mr. Stucco. He's actually very good. Did it turn out the way you like it?
Excellent. Yeah, it's great.
Craig came in and painted it, so it's all back to normal.
Yeah.
Is there any house that I walk into that if I'm not gonna find something else? The answer is no. If I look close enough, I'm gonna be fixing everything. It's not a bad build. Whoever built this house did pretty good. A few problems. The attic. Oh, geez, nothing really. Ice dams on the roof. I did bring in Alex in the attic, and I know that there wasn't enough blown-in insulation. We had a bunch more, but we ran into other problems, and it would explain why I had so many icicles, and it was the ice dams. They had blocked off, and this is the builder, all of the soffit. And you cannot do that. That must breathe horizontally as well as 1.5 inches vertical. It keeps showing that one thing leads to another. The more you do something wrong, the more it's going to take to fix it. And we need to really pay attention to these small details so we don't have to come back and fix it down the road. Or you, as the homeowner, do not have to pay twice. That's unacceptable to me. Let's take a look at the bathroom.
Wow.
Let's. You excited?
Very excited.
Anticipation?
Yeah.
We know it's going to be beautiful.
door.
We
You know it's today.
We know it's going to be right.
It's not 12 o'clock at night. I love
No.
that. It's like
No.
2:45, so I'm
Early.
really happy about that. Let's go.
Wow. 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 This is gorgeous. Wow.
Is this our
Oh my
bathroom?
goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's smart.
Wow.
At this juncture in our life, we don't get a lot of surprises. And this is an amazing, awesome surprise. We've seen Mike's work. We know the crew. We know that they take care and they pay attention to detail. And it was going to be a surprise for us. So we wanted to make sure it was, and it was.
Look at that shower. That is awesome. I love the sinks.
I decided to do something different. I wanted to keep the same layout that I looked at, and but square, it didn't work. And because you have a nice square bathroom here, but to create, I know you wanted your throne room, and that was very important. I had to throw this into the mix. And the shower was big to me too. But if you notice, standing at the door here looking, does it look bigger?
It looks huge.
It works because standing at that bathroom door, looking through the windows, I can see everything. We still have the proper toilet area, a nice big shower stall full of clear glass, and a whole lot of meticulous tiling. But the more you give, the more you get. Here's your in-floor heating. And we want proper in-floor heating. And I love this. This is just incredible. It lights up, it talks to you, it plays. I'm only kidding. It lights up. It's so simple. This is one of the best companies out there that has the in-floor heating, and I really do like what they've come together. Now we have two
Look at that.
timers. What are the timers for?
Fans.
Yes, we have throne room.
Oh, wow.
Room number 1. Turn it on, it also turns on the light in there, right? So I made sure there was a light within the fan, and to turn it off, you just go back again, down to 0. So, as a rule of thumb, anytime you're gonna have a shower, make sure you run that fan for 30 minutes longer after you shower, especially the center one, that's gonna pick up the steam coming out. The throne room, if you wanted to take a quick little look.
Yeah, I want to see this. Wow, this is great. Look at that. This is awesome.
The neo angle works here. It's a lot bigger, and it's actually, I sat on the toilet myself, I closed the door, and I went, okay, this is okay. I don't mind this at all, because I sort of test things. I was playing with your toilet paper roll while I was in there at the same time. Looking out your rain glass window.
That is, oh, look at that. I didn't even see that either.
That's so
I'm wondering
smart.
why it's so light in here. That is
smart.
great.
But I thought about this corner. I thought maybe you'll find something you want
Yep.
here that would create a nice little niche corner, and you can put your things on it, and candles all around the tub, and then the windowsills.
I'm so excited.
See, we had the
about
quartz. I remember you saying that. I wanted it on the windowsill,
Yeah.
right?
that. I am.
gorgeous.
I know. I can't. Let's
Well,
go.
Jen,
Let's
get
go
in
take a
there.
look.
Wow.
Look at this.
It looks seamless.
This is gorgeous. Wow. Isn't that gorgeous? Whew.
There we go.
That is so
Let's see the
neat.
shower.
That's amazing. I love this. This is so beautiful.
Bud Light. Absolutely gorgeous.
This is gorgeous. The detail, like yeah. I love it.
It's more than what we obviously expected, and I guess that's what Mike does. That's what he does.
It's awesome looking out too, like with all the light, all the glass, like looking out, you can see in our bedroom, and it's amazing. We're so thankful to all of Mike's crew. They're professionals, and you can see their amazing talent. Because you know, with Mike directing and just putting everything together, it's amazing. Like the tiles are, the tiles are gorgeous.
Okay.
Thank you so much. This is amazing. I love it. I love it.
It's an absolute pleasure
Seems
meeting
fair
you.
for us.
It's been awesome to know you guys. You guys are all professionals.
Well, I know, we're in here long enough that you probably turn around and go, when the hell are they out of here?
No.
We're gonna miss you guys.
It was horrible for us when it was going on, and horrible, I'm sure, for other people when they get into situations like that. But to have this complete and finished and gorgeous is, I don't know, more than we can ever ask for. It's amazing.
Go for that hammer. Ladies first, go ahead, Matt. That's funny. Think you like that one. You doing? Thank you. Great job. Drive careful. Have a great day. Carlito.
Beautiful walk.
Hey, man, everybody, great job. Sir Matt. Awesome, man. I like the plow in your truck. Damon.
Yeah, another one done.
In the bathroom. How many's that now? Pinky?
I don't know.
Okay. That's good, because I don't want to hug the guys. Sir Brent, the new guy in town. Good job. You're all right. We'll have to keep you out for a couple of months.
Thanks a lot.
Everybody drive careful. We'll see you
buddy.
tomorrow on the next one.